Welcome to my report. I'm Hui Wenhong. My project focuses on the current state of young users and their reading pathways in the Shanghai Library. For assignment 2, I'm taking a deeper approach through interviews to better understand their needs and behaviors. First, let's quickly revisit the two key insights. The first one is that young people are redefining the library as an urban third space, meaningful studying and walking. The second one is that their connection to books and knowledge is getting weaker. They spend a lot of time in the library, but they don't really have effective entry points that let them into deeper reading or meaningful exploration. So these three groups became my key roles. In my interviews, I took two students, two young professionals, one collection staff, and one exhibition designer. Each interview included 6 open-ended questions and lasted around 20 minutes. Here are the 4 young visitors I interviewed. They are between 20 to 30 years old, one undergraduate student, one postgraduate student, and one graphic designer, one video editor. On the right side, you can see the 6 interview questions. Let's go through them one by one. From this slide, we can see that all 4 of them mainly come to the library to study or work. For them, the library feels more like a comfortable workspace. So what they care about the most is having a good seat with a power outlet in a pleasant environment. Next, I asked them about how often they read in the library and what stops them from doing it. All of them said they really browse the shelves in the serious way because it takes time, patience, and a clear starting point. Interestingly, even though people today are used to reading on their phones or laptops, none of them showed much interest in the library's digital resources. Instead, 3 of them said they would like to read physical books in the library, but they haven't done so for a long time because they didn't have a specific book in mind or they found it difficult to locate something that truly interested them, or they simply didn't have enough time to browse. Next, I interviewed a collection staff. Her daily work includes managing books, helping readers, and organizing events. From our conversation, I realized that the current catalog system, search tools, and spatial layout work more like a map for people who already know what they want. They make it easier to find a specific book, but they don't really encourage exploration or offer hints about what to read. She also shared that she really hopes to improve young people's reading experience in the library and increase how often they borrow books. Next, I interviewed an exhibition designer. Her work mainly focuses on designing exhibitions, building spatial narratives, and enhancing cultural experiences in the library. She believes that exhibitions should play a role in shaping young users' reading mindset. A well-curated display can offer visual guidance, contextual hints, and thematic cues, which help reduce anxiety of not knowing where to start. When facing huge shelves of books, in her view, exhibitions can make reading feel easier to begin and more inviting for young visitors. Here is the updated stakeholder map. At this stage, I refined the 3 core groups and added the exhibition designer as one of the key roles. Together with the collection staff, they directly shape how young visitors experience reading in a lighter, more accessible way. The second circle includes the groups that directly influence the experience, such as space facility operations team and cafe operators. And the outer layer represents indirect stakeholders like policy board, media platform, who influence policies, resources, or cultural expectations around the library. Next is the updated ecosystem map. Right now, the library's media presence focuses heavily on showcasing its modern space and aesthetics. On the front stage, users follow a very linear path. They come in, find a seat, study or work for a long time, and then leave. The shelving and content displays don't provide much guidance or motivation for exploratory reading. In terms of branding, young visitors are mainly attracted by the space itself. They care more about atmosphere and comfort, where gaining knowledge becomes a lower priority in their decision making. On the backstage, different teams are really aligned, which creates a gap between the special brand experience and actual reading guidance. The next part shows how I use this tool to reflect from three different angles. I'm now looking at phenomena in a more systematic and critical way, but I also often find myself balancing between rational thinking and emotional understanding. Moving forward, I want to define the boundaries of a problem more clearly so I can make design decisions that are more accurate and well grounded. Here is the end of my presentation, and thank you for your listening.